care to introduce yourself while we're rolling here?
My name is Patrick Polk. They call me Dirty Boy.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance, man. Good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too, man.
See you downtown. Very real, right down there in the station, just playing those notes echoing off those hard walls.
Yeah.
Very cool thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's it.
And the busking thing is such a cool tradition too. I mean, I just that how anybody gets in the way of the simple, straightforward, what back 200 years ago was a street.
It's the corporations, more of like LA, trying to build up an area, an urban area like downtown. But see, the people in politics in LA, whether they know it or not, I guess they try their best to be as casual as they can, but they're actually very distant from the people in the lower classes or the urban classes, as I like to call it. You know what I mean? They're actually very distant, and they have this fascist mentality of everything having to look clean and be clean, and that includes shutting down a lot of like art projects and artists, and kind of because it's just kind of they got this perception of art, it has to be crisp and clean, which is just not that way. That's the Hollywood expectation and mentality of it. And
the Chamber of Commerce thing, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's ridiculous because, you know, a lot of artists start from the bottom up, and so it's like, give us a chance to start from the bottom up. If I'm busking at the train station, don't worry about how it looks, worry about what it does and how much flavor that adds to a place like LA that's so rigid. I don't get how they call themselves the entertainment capital of the world, yet you try to, you know, you go to LA train station and try to go busk, you know, they send the sheriffs after you to give you a ticket, and if you don't go to court for that ticket, you go to jail. All for playing music in a fucking train station. If they're gonna regulate something, regulate it like this. No electronic music, but acoustic music should always be like, but the tradition of busking should always be allowed, especially in like this county, especially in LA. I just didn't expect that.
It adds to a great city. No, I absolutely.
It does. Well, you know what I do with the money that I busk with? Well, I collect money that people obviously have extra. They're not going to spend it. Yeah. I collect it from various peoples, and I take that money and I eat with it. But where do I eat? Or I buy things with it. I buy at local businesses that pay taxes, and I pay sales tax with that money. So art that sells actually enhances economics. Mm-hmm. It stimulates the economy.
So when you're learning to play or starting to write, who's in your mind? Who really inspired you by way of the blues?
I'm in my mind. But
who comes to mind? Who would you go see? They might even be dead now, but if you could just get a ticket and go, who would you go see? Top 3.
I would definitely see Mississippi Fred McDowell, Howlin' Wolf, Robert Johnson.
Two kinds of guitar I listen to the most is blues acoustic channel on iTunes. Kind of nice to listen
Want to hear some Robert Johnson?
to. Sure, absolutely.